Hello, welcome to episode 237. We are going to be checking chiseled bookshelves. It's like a tongue twister. So let's give ourselves some books. What we're going to do is a common thing. You have a book in a bookshelf and you put it in and the secret door opens or something. So we're going to be basically doing that. So I'm going to get myself a load of books. And we're going to be checking if they are in a chiseled bookshelf. So it'd be handy if I actually had one. Let's put it down here. There we go. And let's just start with a book. So there's a few different types of book. We can have normal book. You've got written book. You've got writable book, I think. Writable book, yeah. You've got enchanted book. We're just going to start with book. Done. Give myself one of them. Pop it in there. There we go. Now let's check for it. Check for any book in any slot. Let's get the coordinates of that bookshelf. Fill, tab, tab, tab. And we will execute if block, that one there, is a chiseled bookshelf. And we want some extra information. So we want to check its items. And that's a list, so square brackets. And we're just going to look for the book in any slot. So ID, book. And we will run, say, found, and then we'll fix this command. Items, ID, book. That's because that needs to, let's remove that. So there's our list of items. We have 6 different slots available. We want to check for one item, and then we'll put the ID in there. Book. We haven't specified a slot, so it doesn't matter as long as the book is in the shelf. Now this will not work. We have our book in there. There it is, but it's not going to work because it does like you to say Minecraft book. It's very specific in this one. And we'll get a found. And it doesn't matter which slot it's in. We're going to get a found. Okay, let's be a bit more specific. Let's say it has to be in slot 0B. So since it's an array, it starts at 0. So that's slot 1. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we put it in slot 1, we get nothing, we take it out, we put it in slot 0, we get found. Okay, let's do a different type of book. This time, players could make this book, and they could put it in using any old book they've made. So let's get a book with a custom tag, so they can only use your specific book. So, and we can just put in here, book 1. Okay. In fact, actually, what we'll do is we'll take that off. We'll keep that book. We'll copy that, put it on there. We'll make that a chain. We'll get 2 books. So we'll have custom tag book 1. Done. Let's get rid of all this stuff. We don't need any of that. Okay, now we've got 2 books. Now we're going to check for ID Minecraft book. Well, we can get rid of that now. We'll just check by the tag. And we'll just check to see if the book that's in there has the tag. And we called it book 1. Okay, and we're still checking slot 0. So this book shouldn't do anything, because it's not a special book, doesn't have the tag. This one should. Yep. Okay, that stops the player just crafting a book and using any old one. Nice. What else can we do? You could give the book a display name, anything you like. It doesn't really matter. I'll put some extra commands down in the description. So we could have a book with a display name. We could check for a written book. We could check for an enchanted book. We could check for a knowledge book. They'd all be fine. because all we're actually looking for is that tag that we're giving it. I'll put down in the description, I'll put down a written book, enchanted book, a knowledge book, and some other things as well. Now, let's check for, so we've checked for any slot, we've checked for a specific slot. What about multiple books? Let's check to see if we've got books in more than one slot. So let's get ourselves another book. Let's copy this, put it down there, and we could pull this one, book 2. Now, how am I going to tell these apart? I think I might give it a bit of extra information. Let's just give it a name. Display, name, text. We'll just put 2. Okay, let's clear our inventory. We're going to have 3 books. The first one is the untagged one. The second one is our tagged one. And this one is book 2. So let's check if we've just got, let's get rid of the slot. And let's add another tag. Tag, open, close, book 2. Okay, and we're going to want to get rid of, we're going to want to add little brackets around that as well. There we are. So we've got 2 books now. It's looking for book 1 and book 2. So there's book 1 and there's book 2. Found, and it doesn't matter where we put them, still found, because we're just searching for those tags. If we want to be more specific, then we can add the slot back. Let's say that has to be in slot 0, and this one has to be in slot 5. So book 1 has to be in 0, book 2 has to be in 5. Let's check for that. Yeah, found. If we move book 2 somewhere else, it's not working. And if we move book 1 somewhere else, it's not working. There we go, found again. Wonderful. And that's pretty much it. Using that, you now know how to tag any book you want, put it into any slot. You can have 6 books. Obviously, you can't have 7 because there aren't 7 slots, but you could have 6 books and they could all have to be in a certain order. And you're just checking for the custom tag in the slot. A nice little quick one. There we go. Now you can use that. Press the button. Instead of saying found, you open up the secret door. Maybe the bookshelf slides across and in the player goes. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.